kind of like this, right? Can y'all believe that some people look at this and they don't like that?
Yeah!
This is so hateful, you know what I mean? This is beautiful. And being gay is...
Okay!
Period.
I was scrolling through Facebook Reels today when I came across a very interesting video of a school teacher teaching kids about what it means and what it doesn't mean to be gay. Obviously, this is a controversial topic. We'll get into some of the varying opinions that people have on the subject here in a minute. But first, let me show you this video and then let's talk about it. Oh, and if you didn't already subscribe, just go ahead and do that real quick. So this is an educator / creator who goes by the name of Mr. Shearhod. My apologies if I messed your name up. Forgive me.
This is gay! That is gay! Everything is gay! I hear it all day, but do y'all know what it means?
You like the same gender as yourself.
Exactly, liking the same gender as yourself.
There's so many things that I hear teenagers say on a daily basis. They think they know what something means based off of the agreed upon social definition of things. Glazing, for example. These kids don't actually know what glazing means. When I ask them what that means, they're saying it means favoritism. Socially, they're not wrong. If you're not familiar with where that term comes from, let's just say it's something you do to someone when you like them a lot. This is gay, that's gay, everything's gay, but do they really know what gay means? Now, this is a queer studies class, so they're a little bit ahead of the game. No shade to my young people who are still trying to figure it out. It's not your fault. It's the world we live in. I get a sense that if some of these kids had more context into the origins of the shit they be saying, they might not be as enthusiastic to keep them in their lexicon. I don't think most kids that say,
This is gay, that's gay,
hate gay people. I think it's just, if you're a boy, you have to act like a boy. If you're a girl, you have to act like a girl. I don't think they're making like a sweeping political statement of
it's not okay to love who you want to love.
I don't think most kids think that deeply about it. I'm not saying none of them do, but if they do, they got that from their bigoted ass parents or whoever the fuck. Knowledge is power, and when we have the power of understanding what words actually mean, I think we tend to use those words more intentionally in ways that more accurately reflect our actual thoughts and feelings about the world around us.
Painting your nails, is it gay?
No!
Shout out Itachi, you know what I'm saying? Our painted nails king. You might have done some troubling things in your past, but I see you. Also, what's going on with Shaq here? Is this his foot next to his face? He got a blue toenail? Okay. I see you, Shaq.
Wearing pink, is it gay?
No!
Of course not. Wearing crop tops, is it gay?
No!
Holding hands with your friend, is it gay?
No!
Hey, the French even like their friends a little... You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's so easy to ascribe feminine qualities or less masculine qualities to all of a sudden you are attracted to the same gender or the same sex. And that's not how identity works. That's not how sexuality works. That's not how gender works. And I also love that he gives the example of the French. Like, it's the social norm to kiss your homie on the cheek. We, in our society, make it into something that it isn't because there's this incessant, obsessive, whatever. There's this need to put everything in a box of straight, gay, masculine, feminine. So as soon as you have your nails painted, which our society says that only girls do, as soon as you show a little bit too much affection to someone who's the same gender, that is seen as gay.
That's stupid.
One of the teens at my job, a girl, made friends with another girl, and you could tell they was like really vibing. They were enjoying each other. They were laughing with each other. They were like doing a little dance together. It was sweet. I see that as like friendship, affection, intimacy, joy, from the lens of a typically conditioned teenager.
They're doing gay shit over there.
I think it's also important to mention how much of a sense of loneliness there is in this modern era where even though we're all hyper connected online, a lot of people, especially boys and men, have gone days, weeks, months, maybe even years without being hugged, without having any type of safe, loving touch whatsoever. As creatures who thrive in community, we need touch. Touch in itself is not inherently romantic or sexual. Intimacy is trust, safety, and reassurance. In 2026, I think we could use all of the trust, safety, and reassurance that we can possibly get.
Wearing a dress, is it gay?
No!
Nope.
Do you think he feels bonita?
Yeah!
Sometimes as like a left-leaning educator, there's a lot of pressure feeling like you have to reprogram the way that young people look at societal norms in general. It's like a lot of weight to hold on your shoulders. When you're doing it with a smile, when you're having fun with it.
Do you think he feels bonita?
That's just like a sweet way to deal with the topic where you're not yelling at the kids,
This is what you need to think. This is what you need to feel.
you're just presenting situations for them to critically think about. Mr. Shearhod is having fun with it. His kids are having fun with it. I'm having fun watching it. As far as I can tell, there's some great work happening in this classroom. Shout out to you, Mr. Shearhod.
Liking Barbie or My Little Pony, is it gay? Boys who like boys! Yes! Girls who like girls! Yes! Kind of like this, right? Can y'all believe that some people look at this and they don't like that?
Yeah!
It's so hateful, you know what I mean? This is beautiful. And being gay is...
Okay!
Period.
It is necessary to teach that lesson specifically so that kids don't grow up to be hateful and ignorant towards people whose identities are different from them. The same way that you would teach a kid someone who has darker skin than you. That's okay. Someone who has more weight on their body than you. That's okay. Someone who has less money than you, less access to generational capital than you. That's okay. Simple message. Why is that controversial? Homophobia, colonization, Christian nationalism, some other ism that is escaping me right now. That's why.
Why is this in school?
It is up to people who educate to equip young people with the proper knowledge that they need to live successful, healthy, happy lives. We need to empower them against the systems that are working against them to make them unhappy, ignorant, hateful. We want our kids to treat each other with respect, love, and kindness. We don't want our kids to fall victim to the systems that teach them that you have to fit into this rigid little box. And as soon as you don't, you are over here with the other, and the other has less value. You need to be in the in crowd. We have more value, and the likelihood of us living a happy and healthy life is higher. So the reason we teach that it's okay to be gay in schools is because society teaches us that it is not.
That's some top tier grooming right there.
Okay. So I think we need to talk about what words mean. Because a lot of times, just because someone doesn't like something, they will attach the thing they don't like with a word that's really bad. For example, you set a boundary with someone, they don't like that boundary, so now you are selfish. People overuse the term gaslighting really often, again, just to prescribe or ascribe something that someone said that they didn't like, they feel triggered by. I think it's great that we have specific language to describe these feelings and these things that come up for us. However, we got to know what the fuck we're saying. Grooming describes the pre-predatory or lead-up stage of child sexual abuse that offenders use to gain the trust and compliance of the child or young person and to establish secrecy and silence to avoid disclosure. So you mean to tell me a teacher teaching his queer studies class that it's okay to be gay is manipulating them to gain their trust, to lull them into a sense of compliance, and establish secrecy so that he can sexually abuse them? That is a Mr. Fantastic tier reach.
If my kid sees enough gay shit, I will then have a gay kid.
Newsflash, buddy. If you have a gay kid, you had a gay kid. Like, you birthed a gay kid. Nobody made your kid gay. That's not how it works. If anything, a kid who is given the proper information to explore their identity with enough openness to see,
oh wow, I do like other boys. I do like other girls.
I would think that is a success. Not because you changed that kid. You're not forcing them into a new identity. You are removing some of the barriers of them being who they always have been. But to call that grooming,
it's like you just use words you hear randomly to try and sound smarter.
I thought you were MGK for a second. Wait, this isn't MGK? I love this idea. I know there are some 50-plus-year-olds that are going to hate it too. You would think it's just an old people thing to be homophobic, but it's really not. I had this kid tell me once,
yeah, my sister might be a lesbian, and that's fine.
Their mom got upset at her for liking other girls and disowned her a little bit. I hate to hear that. How do you think you would respond if you're a parent and your kid tells you that they are gay?
Honestly, I don't care who my kid likes. That's none of my business. But as soon as he pulls up in a dress, we got a problem.
Boy is 12 years old, already concerned about upholding patriarchy. American society teaches that straightness, similar to whiteness, is the default. If you are outside of the default, you have inherently less value. And if you're someone who is the default, you have every right to disparage those who are not. It could be as shallow as a tasteless gay joke, or it could go as deep as a violent hate crime. So if we aren't teaching our kids about sexuality and how to love people who are different than them, then we are actively contributing to a population of ignorant, hateful, bigoted adults who probably don't wash their ass. Not only are gay people at risk from being harmed by straight people, but according to the Trevor Project, there's an estimated 1.8 million queer people between the ages of 13 to 24 that seriously consider suicide every year. And at least one young queer person attempts suicide every 45 seconds. And this isn't because their sexual orientation somehow directly correlates with their will to live. The real problem here is the way that they are mistreated and stigmatized in society. The stigmatization of the queer community is a symptom of a system that treats anyone who is not the default as if they are the physical manifestation of sin itself. Maybe this is just wishful thinking, but I do feel strongly that if there was a mandatory gay studies class in every school, maybe we can reduce some of the harm aimed at the queer community. Maybe we could see a world where queer kids aren't 4 times more likely than other kids to attempt. And there goes yet another gay suicide attempt. I hope they were not successful. But I understand that for some, the fear of the queer agenda vastly outweighs any concerns in regards to young queer people's significantly reduced will to live. Should we be teaching our kids that it's okay to be gay? Or is teaching about queerness secretly grooming our kids into some freaky gay sex ring? Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Happy Pride Month. People be gay, and that's okay.